Hi folks, I want the whole world to listen to me, please. I am going to be 87 this 28th July. Why I am appearing before you is an incredible story told to me by Charles Schwab, a company that trade stocks and shares and also have banking. They said, I'm quoting, you have to submit additional passport. I have a US passport. I had previously a British passport. Since I am not living there, I didn't renew it. I have a US passport which was renewed every 10 years or so. So this company, this woman is telling me, Mr. David, the certificate you submitted is no good. I had submitted a duly sworn attorney affidavit who is licensed to practice in the Indian Supreme Court. They said they don't want it, or they didn't say anything. Now they say I have to comply with their rules. I said, what rules? She has no answer. What is the issue here? When I was working for Michigan Bell Telephone Company and AT&T from 1968 through 74, these companies, to save money, laid off all their employees, 1,500 of them. 60 were from Michigan Bell, and all of them were offered 3 years' salary as an inducement to leave the company. They don't give me that. They discriminated me based on national origin, color, gender. That's the issue. That case is going on now nearly 50 years. 50. Now this crazy woman from Charles Schwab says, Mr. David, your passport printed by the US government is no good. What the F she's talking about? I know how to use the 4-letter words. I don't want to use. But the question is, at the time I was forced to leave the company, I signed a release under duress, coercion, and through fraud. And I put the money in this damn company, which changed their name now as Schwab. And I had at that time 3,200 shares of Caesar's World, Texas General Resources, 1,100 shares, Sony Corporation, 400 shares, US Homes, 500 shares, and he says, this agreement also states margin balance 25,354 against these shares. Final judgment repeats essentially the same list. Nothing shares had a margin balance of over 25,000. That's the bottom line. Now, what I don't understand is UK government goofed. They should have given me my pension, which they didn't do it. They sent me, after I came to know, they pay a pension based on state pension and Royal Mail pension. They made a payment of 15,537, and they in India, they can't give it to you unless India and UK file a totalization agreement. That's a stupid argument. To start with, at the time when we were struggling, me, my wife, Cicely, and 4 children, we would have been receiving the money from the UK Gov. But they goofed. Now their argument is, I am in India. Had they given the money at that time, I would have saved our lives. The marriage never would have broken. So the responsible party was UK Gov to start with. I worked since then for Michigan Bell and AT&T. As I told you before, they laid off people. They offered me some money, which I said I don't want it. They fired me. I eventually was forced to sign a release under duress, coercion, and through fraud. Now, I'm not getting a dime yet. I didn't come in a boat like many Mexican workers come. I came in a plane along with my wife and children to America. Now this woman just provoked me. I want the world to understand what the F going on here. Why she won't accept a US passport? Why they don't disclose to me how much money I have in the settlement? My former wife, deceased, had written a will making me the sole beneficiary. They don't give you the result. What is the reason why they don't give it? What are they trying to cover up? Are they trying to pocket the money by making deals? The world must listen. Anybody, any media wanted to speak to me, I will give them exclusive coverage what I went through in UK and in America. America, 50 years is enough to find my pension, my ERISA 401k. Been filling forms after forms, no idea what the fuck they are doing. They don't know. They didn't tell us there is a form which is called SSA 21. That form, if they had told us, we would have done it. They never told us, so we can't input the information as required by the US Gov. Whose fault is it? The US government's fault or my fault? How many million people may be cheated by the UK Gov and USA Gov? I want the world to know this. Okay? Thanks a lot, guys, girls. I wish you all a belated 250th birth of America, although it was cancelled in many places due to bad weather. I hope things will get back. Everything will work under President Trump. He is the go-getter. He can catch what the Democrats did. I can tell how they played fraud. They brought a 2-year-old Tilker and he was forced to sign an affidavit. When we investigated, we found that at the time he submitted the papers, he was only 2 years old. He fled to Hawaii, the safe haven for Democrats. He will be shivering. He will be pissing in his pants. So please, this is something I am provoked. Even at the age of 87, I can get my dime from the government, United States government, or from the UK Gov. They find excuse after excuse. I went through the ombudsman, I went to the IDRP, and at the end, the result is 0. I was expecting my money from the UK Gov for at least before I have my birthday on 28th of this month. Also, same thing from the Trump administration. I know he will nail them, those crooks. Okay, bye guys, bye.